Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school,
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Sports Broadcast Solutions pregame interview. We're here for the Fenwick Mount Carmel game. Standing next to me is number 8, Nate Marshall of the Fenwick Friars. So, Nate, this is a powerful offense you're going against in Mount Carmel. They're scoring over 42 points a game. What is your plan, yourself and the teams, to try and slow down this potent offense?
Just do what we do every game. We always come into every game the same, no matter what the name on the jersey says, what their rank is, none of that. We come into the game the same. We know our assignments. We just got to play football. That's all it is. Do what we do.
The Fenwick way is definitely defense. You guys have only allowed around 10 points a game through these 7 games. Offensively, though, what are you trying to do to build a lead here early in this one?
Score points. That's really it. That's all we got to do is execute, and we're going to score points.
Simple as that. You're 6-1 heading into this one, but Mount Carmel's 5-2. Two good teams going at it. What's the last sort of mindset you have going into this one to tell you guys and everybody else in the locker room?
Kill.
A man of few words. I like it. Nate, go get him, brother. Thank you for watching our pregame interview. Stay tuned. Mount Carmel and Fenwick coming up right after this.
Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
traditionally dedicated to Our Lady of Peace. Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Our Lady of Mount Carmel, pray for us. Saint Dominic, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Fenwick Band.
So,
my name is Sam Corbett. Joining me tonight is Bob Vilsaway. We're here at Triton College. It's a beautiful Friday night here in River Grove, Illinois, for a battle, Bob, of two of the best teams in IHSA. Reigning 7A champions Mount Carmel travels to the home of the Fenwick Friars. Fenwick currently the 6th ranked team in 6A according to the Illinois AP poll. Mount Carmel, the top team in 7A in the latest ranking. This is going to be a great matchup. The Slow Shave fan poll has Mount Carmel receiving 81% of the votes, and rightfully so, led by senior Jack Elliott at quarterback. The SEC commit, who's signed to the Vanderbilt Commodores, returned from a shoulder injury he sustained a few weeks ago. last week against Joliet Catholic. Caravan came away with a 35-21 victory after scoring only a handful of points in the first half. Elliott able to string some things together, and he's healthy. Once again, looking to lead the Caravan to a 6-2 record. Mount Carmel enters tonight at 5-2, Fenwick at 6-1, although the Friars are undefeated here at home. Fenwick will be doing the opening kickoff. Kicking off for the Friars, number 29, Noah Sir. Ball has been placed at the Caravan 45, and there will be no chance for a return. So we'll get to see this Caravan offense first. Mount Carmel as a team 1-1 on the road this year, but they score points in bunches. 263 points for this team. That averages out to about 42 per contest. The head coach, Jordan Lynch, a Heisman finalist back in 2013, also the offensive coordinator. There's a team that, once they get going, it's hard to stop them. They'll start with a draw right up the middle, breaking through one tackle, the ball pops out. Nate Marshall forces the ball out. It's picked up by the Friars inside the red zone. How about that for a start, Bob? Nate Marshall, the 4-star Auburn commit, on the first play from scrimmage.
Not just inside the red zone, but at the 7-yard line. First play from scrimmage, they grab the football. Rather than tackle the runner, they pull the football out. Very smart, a great way to start. Do not underestimate Fenwick. Number 6 ranked team, as you said, going against number 2 ranked team. A lot of people are thinking Mount Carmel's going to run all over them. I don't think so.
Yeah, the fan vote, we said 81% of the fan vote going towards the Caravan, but Nate Marshall flipping the script. Fenwick Friars start from inside the 10. Led by their quarterback, Jamin Williams. Williams was 14 for 21, 179 yards, and 2 touchdowns through the air last week at Bennett. He'll keep this across the left side, gets beyond the numbers, lowers the shoulder, and gets down to about the 5-yard line. Fenwick last week traveled to Benedictine University to take on Bennett Academy, and it was all Friars, 28-0 at halftime. Second half was a full running clock. Second and goal for the Friars from the near hash. Running back to the left of Williams is number 28, Jalen Morgan. Morgan had 15 carries for over 100 yards last week. They fake the handoff. Has a receiver inside the 5 before he gets forced out of bounds by Gavin Conjar. Pass caught by number 3, Patrick Gilboy. So third and goal from inside the 5.
This is where the strategy becomes, okay, do you take 2 plays to run it in? If you think you want to take 1 play and kick a field goal, then you pass it. But I think you want to keep it on the ground and go 2 plays until you score a touchdown.
This should be a quarterback keeper weaving through defenders, trying to barrel his way in, but he's going to be stopped short.
Not in, and about a yard short. Now it's down to 1 play, a touchdown, and I wouldn't take the 3. I'd run again.
Fenwick in the red zone last week. 7 chances, 6 scores. Only about a minute and a half into tonight's contest. It's still the lead back, Morgan, to the left of Williams. Sends a man in motion. That's Gilboy, and a whistle's going to fly. False start against the Friars.
That hurts. Now you're 4th and 6. Now if it's a penalty against the defense, that's worth a foot and a half.
Some personnel changes.
Yeah, personnel is in a field goal.
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised to see a field goal here on 4th and 6, even at the 6, but take the 3 points when you can get them.
Well, it'll be Noah Sir to kick. His holder is set up at the 20 on the left hash. This will be, the 15 from the left hash. So this will be a 25-yarder.
You're going to remember this 4 points later in the game.
Snap and hold, both good. Kick is right down Broadway from the left hash. Noah Sir made 2 field goals last week. And with 9:53 here to go in the first, he delivers the first 3 points of this contest, courtesy of Nate Marshall, first forcing the ball out. Marshall last week, 4 tackles, 3 of them for a loss, 2 sacks, a fumble recovery. and a pass breakup as well.
We don't have enough columns for what he can do on defense, and then he can run and pass on offense as well. So we need defensive stats for him and offensive stats for him. And, by the way, he plays basketball.
The true athlete, a 4-star commit to Auburn. One of several Division I prospects on the gridiron tonight. Last week at Benedictine, Fenwick forced 3 fumbles from the the Red Wings, excuse me. Got Bennett confused with Naperville Central for a second. 3-0 Fenwick. It's Sir for the place-kicking duties. Once again, line drive kick lands at the 20, fielded inside the 5. This will be a return across the field. Return man is Quinton Burrell, the wide receiver. Gets it up beyond the 20, but can't get to the 25 across the far hash.
Yeah, that was well defended. If you could kick it into the end zone, that's a great thing, because then it just comes out to the 20 with no danger of a touchdown getting returned. But here, that ball got picked up. I like the way he's followed his blockers as he went across the field. You know, if he can cut up field and get a gap, it can go a long way. But well defended by Fenwick.
So the Caravan try to respond here.
Yeah, we see the drone. Earlier the drone operator was here in our booth, and we see the drone up there on the top left. It's alternating red and green lights.
Jack Elliott gets the snap, has a man in the flats, gets beyond the numbers, makes a man miss, diving forward across the 30. That's Cooper Lemon, the senior wide receiver.
So it's going to be about a second and maybe a yard or two.
Lemon last week had a 41-yard rushing touchdown across a jet sweep and a 21-yard receiving touchdown. Second and short, they're not going to gift him the first. Elliott running back to his left, sends a man in motion. That's number 29, Stephen Winkler. Elliott rolling far side, quickly throws, has a man across the 40, and forced out of bounds around the Caravan 45.
And second and short, it's always a good opportunity. You have to respect the run, right? But if you don't pick it up on second down, you can always get it on third down, so it's a good opportunity for play action or just an outright pass. It was a nice pass to the long side of the field. Now what I like is the ball placement's on the left hash, so then they have a lot of rollout room to the right.
Elliott, a pretty mobile quarterback, didn't rush for a lot last week. 7 carries for 35 yards, but he's elusive when he needs to be. Looking across the near side here, he's got a man, it's Burrell. Incomplete, in and out of the hands.
Wide open. Sometimes when you know where the defender is, it's easier to catch the ball. But there was a case he was so wide open, the pass was outside, so he had to turn the other way, and he didn't know where the defender was. And I think he just got a little worried he was going to get clobbered, not knowing where the defender was, and it went right through his hands. Good throw. You have to remember that play and run it later.
Defended by the senior defensive back, Henry Fluke, who forced one of those 3 fumbles against Bennett last week. It's 2nd and 10 for the Caravan. Elliott, empty backfield, has a man across the left side. Some slight miscommunication between him and Burrell. Burrell turned, expecting a pass on the inner half of the field. Elliott led him towards the sideline. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the first. Our only score so far, if you're just joining us, a 25-yard Noah Sir field goal on the north end zone. Up comes 3rd and long for the Caravan. 3 receivers to the near side for Elliott, who's on the far hash. Fakes the handoff, pressure coming, steps up, has a man nearly intercepted.
He had to thread the needle over the defender in front and in front of the defender in the back. Obviously just overthrown, in this case, luckily for them, safely, as they're bringing in the punting unit.
Tried to find the true freshman, Marshawn Thornton. Bigger frame at 6'2", $180, but beyond the fingertips, and 4th and long will send out the punt crew, like you said, Bob.
So giving the ball back to Fenwick and down by 3. Fenwick's got to feel pretty good with the start so far. They're right now considered a minor underdog, but you wonder how many points the home field advantage is worth. Let's say it's worth a touchdown. Maybe the 1 or the 2 point edge that Martin Carmel has in this game on the betting line. Fenwick will make up for that with the 7 points at home, let's say.
Fenwick's home crowd showed up in a big way tonight. Return man for the Friars, weaving through traffic, trying to find a hole, and he's going to be driven back. Good special teams coverage by the Caravan. And now we'll see the Friars start deep in their own territory inside the 20.
So a long way to go. Now this time, instead of 7 yards, they got to go 80-ish.
clock stops at 8:37 on the scoreboard here at Triton College. This is a Fenwick team that enters tonight 6-1. They were a 2-point conversion away from being 7-0 back in week 3 against JCA. High snap, Williams corrals it, handoff across the right side to the main back once again. Jalen Morgan diving forward, gets a good chunk, it'll be second and medium.
I like that, though. You run up the middle, and then defense has to honestly stop that, and then you do something different. Fake the middle and run wide, pass left.
Another give to the running back across the left side. Good blocks from his receivers, but Morgan's going nowhere.
Right, well covered.
First Caravan defender in on the stop, number 29. That's Stephen Winkler.
But I like how the offensive coordinator's working this. First off, there's no huddle. Second, they ran left so they can throw right to the right side. That's it. I'm guessing that's what'll happen.
It'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
The hard count, trying to get 5 yards the easy way.
Yeah, Williams tries to draw him off. Now an audible. Morgan now to the right side, dropping back to pass. Williams, pocket collapses, has a man across the far side, and that ball is way overthrown. Intended receiver Raphael Stewart, the junior.
The double move just took too long to materialize, right? Now, if you're going to actually complete that pass, you have to throw it, obviously not as deep, but with some air under the ball, let the receiver get to it. Didn't look like there was a safety in the middle of the field, so he could have maybe aired it out a little bit more towards the center of the field instead of deep, but that was just a well-covered play, and he had all day in the pocket to throw. So as you say, clean pocket, but incomplete pass. Now you got to punt it back. So what we're seeing so far is what looks to be a low-scoring game with excellent defense.
The fourth and medium will send back out Noah Sir, kicker and punter for these Friars. His heels are at his own 9-yard line. Caravan return man sets up in the middle of the field at his own 45. Sir's punt nearly blocked. Low line drive, gets a friendly spin, and this one's going to roll. Keep rolling. It's picked up by the Caravan, and he gets immediately demolished. Flattened by 3 different Friars. So Noah Sir, 2 weeks in a row. Special teams so far leaning in favor of Fenwick. Caravan starting this drive at their own 31 on the near hash. That's where the officials will mark the return. 7:17 remaining in this first quarter of action. Elliott with a back to his left, sends a man in motion. Hand off to the running back, driven backwards. The Friars say, not at our house. That time it's Tommy Thies, the defensive back, sniffing out the run right away. Madden Wilson, the junior running back, 5'7", $190, runs like a lot bigger than he is. But Thies.
The results of a stingy defense.
Thies had 4 tackles and one of those 3 fumbles. He forced one of those 3 fumbles, last week at Bennett Academy. No gain, 2nd and 10 for the Caravan. Empty backfield for Elliott. 3 receivers to the far side, to the near. Looks this way, has a man, and it is caught across the 37-yard line. So a good chunk of yardage picked up on the reception on the near side by Quentin Burrell.
And a real nice catch, might add, as well. Makes it 3rd and short. A lot easier to pick up.
Burrell only a sophomore, but 6'3". One of the bigger targets that Elliott's going to be looking towards. 3rd and medium. They'll say it's a long 3. Friars fill the box. Elliott running back to his right side. It's Wilson again. Fakes the handoff to Wilson. Elliott across the middle. Has a man. It's Burrell. Across the Friar territory to the 45, inside the 40, and finally brought down at the Fenwick 30-yard line.
And that's what 3rd and short gives you, right? If you have to get a couple of yards, you can make a first down real easy, but they have to defend the short pass, and obviously they brought the linebackers up, making the deep slant wide open.
And that, Bob, for the first time tonight, it seems like there's some momentum swinging the way of the Caravan.
In the big way.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 man all by himself on the near hash. That's The freshman Thornton looking his way. He's got the reception across the 25, makes a man miss inside the 20. One man to beat, and he gets tripped up from behind across the 10-yard line.
As great a defense as this is, Fenwick's 3 down linemen have to stop the run, put some pass pressure on the quarterback, yet still with the 8 men deep, stop those kinds of passes. So real nice offense here from Mount Carmel.
They'll say Thornton was pushed out of bounds just before the 10. 1st and 10 from the 11. Elliott in shotgun, sends a man in motion from left to right. It's a handoff to his running back, clipped from below. Great tackle there from the Fenwick defense, clipping Madden Wilson at the knees, not allowing him to get across the end zone. But still a gain of about 7 on the rush.
I expected to see a lot more running up the middle so far. Mount Carmel's done a great job mixing it up.
It's still Wilson to the left of Elliott. Elliott, again a handoff. Diving forward, and we've got our first touchdown of the night. Madden Wilson, the junior running back for the Caravan, gives Mount Carmel a 6-3 lead.
And right up the middle. So it reminds me of the old Ohio State offense, 3 yards in the cloud of dust. This is like 7 yards in the cloud of, well, we'll call it pebbles, but still, yeah, you can't stop them up the middle. And Fenwick does have a good defense. They might need a little bit of help from the linebackers to come down and stop those runs. Yet at the same time, Mount Carmel is finding success through the air. This is why they're ranked number 2.
Fenwick's defense last week held Bennett to 124 rushing yards on 33 carries. As we await the extra point, Caravan kicker number 42, Nicholas Mullen. It is true, and it is now 7-3. Mount Carmel leads with 4:39 remaining in the first quarter. So now that we've got our first touchdown drive out of the way, Bob, now we get to see how the Friar offense responds after, I think there's no better way to say it, a disappointing result when you only get 3.
Exactly. That's why I was saying I was a little surprised they went for 3. But if they didn't get that 3, they might have had 0. But I still would have been more offensive minded. I would have gone, forth and thrown the pass, tried to get it. But those 4 points, we're going to find out later in the game if that haunts them. I mean, if Mount Carmel wins like 47-3 or something, it obviously won't matter. But I feel like a 7-7 game would be, Fenwick. But it's right now, though, whether 7-7 or 7-3, Fenwick so far hasn't really been able to move the ball a whole lot, and that's going to be kind of the story. Mount Carmel clearly can. Fenwick needs to prove it. Now, Fenwick has a very, very stingy defense, but like you said, we're going to see what they can do when they have the ball 80 yards away from the goal line again. And turnovers do matter, but right now that turnover was only worth 3.
They've won the turnover battle in pretty much every game so far this year, but going back to that 4th down play last week at Benedictine, opting to go for it and not able to convert on it. 0 for 1 on the lone 4th down conversion attempt at Benedictine University. But when you're up 28-0 at halftime, that's when you're allowed to figure out the back of your playbook, what else works.
Well, and both teams are able to make corrections at halftime. Both teams have proven to be, flexible at that point, find out what's working, what's not working, and make the necessary changes. We've seen Fenwick now several years as well as weeks make those kinds of changes here, right at the goal line.
Shorter kickoff, and there is no chance for a return per IHSA rules. Return man back deep was number 24, the junior Miles Montgomery, but his feet were in the end zone.
Yeah, if you can kick it in the end zone, I feel like every time kick it in the end zone, every time it comes out to the 20. They had kicked from the Fenwick 45 on that, so they had a very short field to kick into, and they were trying to get it right to the goal line so it could be a return, and maybe the ball would be down to the 10 or the 15. But sometimes you outguess yourself, and it ends up with a 50-yard return. But here they got 80 yards to go. Mount Carmel with the lead.
4:38 left in the first. Receiver makes the catch across the 20. That was number 6, Andrew Bjorson, the first time we've called his name tonight. He was a huge catalyst in that victory last week at Bennett. 6 catches for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. His first reception on the night for a short gain. It's 2nd and 8. Williams with a handoff here to the running back. Once again, it's Morgan, and he's stuffed for a short gain, if they'll even credit him any yards.
It almost looks like they're marking it back. So it's 3rd and about 8 yards here. He lost yardage on that.
3rd and long situation. And once again, the Friars try the hard count to no avail. Morgan to the left of Williams. Williams corrals the snap, dumps off the pass, has a receiver, and a broken play immediately. The Caravan defensive line giving no chance. The receiver he found was the running back out of the backfield, Morgan.
That was well defended. They had 3 receivers off to the right, and they went to the right. It was obviously a planned screen up the middle. Unfortunately, the blitz ended up busting up the play, and obviously the receiver then got tackled right away. So just a busted play. 4th down, they got to punt it. So right now, Fenwick losing the field position battle also at this point in the game.
4.
Yeah, going to get the ball back at midfield-ish.
Noah Sir, the punter, set up at his own 4-yard line. Caravan return man currently in Friar territory. Not a lot of wind tonight here at Triton College. Sir holds on to this one as long as he can. Finally gets it away. High punt. Makes the return man retreat. It's touched. Cooper Lemon muffs the ball. Ball still on the ground, deep in Caravan territory. And for the 2nd time tonight, the Caravan have fumbled, and the Friars come away with it. Patrick Gilboy picks it up, scoops it off the ground, and the Friars now have signs of life once again. Lemon retreated on his heels, turned his shoulder, lost the ball as it went above the lights.
And it had a little bit of float to it, a little bit of waffle. It's a hard catch. It's not like a catching a spiral from the quarterback. So he tried to make an over-the-shoulder grab, didn't make it, touched it, and then the ball just kept rolling downfield until it was recovered by Fenwick. See if they can get more than 3 out of this now.
From the 25, Williams looking to air it out across the right side, 50-50 ball.
That, to me, looked like a perfect pass. Unfortunately, Romeus, the receiver, slowed up a little bit, went over his head. That looked like, I mean, you can't really pass it any better. The receiver just had to keep going. Easy for us to say up here, though.
Williams doing a good job getting the ball out early. He's been pressured a good amount from this Caravan defensive line.
Williams has done a great job to get the quarterback job in the first place. Frankie Hosty is a very good, I'll say, backup at the moment as well at quarterback.
2nd and 10, Williams corrals the snap once again. Pressure comes from all over.
There's
Flags fly. And he's going to get tripped up for no gain.
You can see it. He grabbed the arm. The flag will come out every time. That's a shame. Moving Fenwick back now, they're also getting pushed perhaps out of field goal range. So not only you do not get another 3, you're getting pushed back further away.
We saw Noah Sir last week attempt a desperation attempt for a 50-yarder. Nowhere near on that one, but he was good from 25 and 29 last week. He's already made one from 25 this week. It's the lone Fenwick score so far today. 2nd and 20 now after the penalty. Low snap. Williams has all day to throw. Steps up. Pressure comes across the middle. Delivered a big hit on him. Number 28 from the Caravan, Tristan Pusateri, the senior outside linebacker. Intended receiver down the field was Romeus once again, but
I like that they're throwing downfield. I'm not a real big fan of like wide receiver screens here and then they try to run for 20 yards. The completion happens, but then you get tackled right away and you still got 19 more yards. You make the completion, you're right at the first down marker. Big play here.
3rd and 20, hard count, not again.
See, I want to save that hard count for when you're within 5 yards of a first down.
And a whistle from one of the officials. A pre-snap flag as the Caravan will go towards their sideline. Friars are staying out there. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2:09 on the clock. And now the Friars are trying to hurry up, get this play off before the Caravan can get set.
Then the referee steps in and says, nothing doing.
More whistles, and now a timeout will be called. First one of the night going to be assessed to the Caravan. And rightfully so, some Fenwick coaches on the sideline trying to talk with the officials, get a sense of what that all was. 10 minutes through tonight. Mount Carmel leads 7-3.
It's going to be a long conversion, though. What, 3rd and about 20. So what would I like to see? Max protect, right? Make sure the quarterback doesn't get rushed. Williams has a good arm. Try to go out towards the first down marker, but then I would fake the throw and go deep. That's what I would do. So I would go for the touchdown on this play. If it ends up being a 50-50 ball in the end zone, so be it. That's what I would be doing.
Fenwick was able to rattle off 224 yards through the air last week at Bennett Academy. So far today, -1 yard. The projected Massey ratings of tonight's game has the Caravan walking away with a 42-14 win, so that 42-point line right around their scoring average on this 2024 season. Although they're allowing nearly double the points that the Friars have allowed entering tonight. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 20 for the Friars. Williams in shotgun, about 7 yards back. Pressure comes from the right edge, looking to air it out across the middle. He has a man, touchdown Friars! Treston Smith, the senior, beat his man across the middle of the field, and Fenwick at home has retaken the lead by 2 points as we await the extra point attempts.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. Throw it downfield. Don't just go at the 20. Don't be satisfied with getting the 20 yards on the first down. Do the double move, get downfield. He was wide open, perfectly led.
Some trickery on the extra point, a whole bunch of movement from the offensive line for the Friars. Snap and hold, both good. Kick from Noah Sir. It's true. A strike from Sir gives the Friars a 10-7 lead. Still 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
This is the kind of game you'd expect from a 2 versus a 6. First off, it's a seesaw game, but we have to keep in mind Fenwick is in this game because of 2 turnovers. So if Mount Carmel can just hold on to the ball, the question is, can Friars go 80 yards?
Now we get to see how an SEC-bound quarterback responds. Last week against JCA,
well, the last couple plays down at the goal line, though, were running up the middle, and both were very successful, like 7-yard runs. So the Friars' front line of just 3 defenders, they're going to have to get some help from the linebackers, force passing situations, and obviously then hope for some kind of incompletion and then another punt. Easy to say that from here, of course.
Cooper Lemon back deep to return for the Caravan. Will have to take a deep breath to recollect himself, make sure that he doesn't make the same mistake again.
Yeah, another penalty on the kickoff, 15 yards. So instead of from the 40, it's from the other 45, just like at the last kickoff. So judging by what happened, right, the last kick went right to the goal line, and they stepped in the end zone, and that's why the ball came out to the 20. So, again, if it were me, I would just push this out of the end zone and forget about it. But we'll see if they kick it short and hope to get a stop at like the 10-yard line or something.
Sir's right boot is immediately on the ground, and it's picked up by Lemon across the 10 through the middle of the field. Lemon spinning through defenders, gets across the 20, down at the 22 by number 15, Michael Murphy.
So that kind of kick, you're looking for maybe a mishandle, and then you can get the onside recovery. But I think you risked, in this case, 2 yards. It's just at the 22 for a chance for Mount Carmel to return it for a touchdown, or for you to get the ball back on a fumble, which would be the 3rd fumble.
Would already match the total from last week's victory against the Red Wings. Starting this drive from the 22, here's Elliott. Quarterback Vanderbilt bound. Running back to his left. Fakes the handoff, has a man in the flats across the far side. Shimmies past one defender. And some extracurricular activities after the whistle. Might see some more yellow laundry on the field. We might not. We might be having an officiating crew who's going to let him play.
Yeah, that'll be a play on. You have to control the game, but you don't want to be part of the game.
Gain of about 4 on the reception. Elliott looks towards the sideline. Jordan Lynch, the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Also a Heisman finalist, by the way. Back in 2013 out of NIU. This will be Elliott himself. Stiff arms one man. And he's going to be guided out of bounds around the 25. A whole lot of running for not a lot of gainage. Forced out by number 21, Henry Flukie.
Yeah, they had single coverage on that play. If they had gone deep with the ball, it would have been one-on-one. Might have been a good time to unleash a long one.
3rd and medium. Just over a minute remaining in the first. Empty backfield for Elliott. Gets the snap, pocket collapses. Elliott rolling out near side. Elliott's going to be brought down across the 15. A big loss and a spark plug from the Friar defensive line. Elliott gets brought down. Nate Marshall along with Patrick Gilboy.
So this is going to cause the punt. You get the ball back at midfield, up by 3, and the Friars sure have tipped the field early today.
He already stands out like a sore thumb, but number 9, Nate Marshall, right in the middle, rocking the pink undertones. Whole bunch of pink from the Fenwick student section, not as much from the Friars on the field.
Yeah, this is a well-attended game here at Triton.
Punt from his own end zone. Good spin.
This time.
This one's going to be waved off in a friendly roll into the Friar 36 before it's down.
Probably learned from our Carmel, right? Just let that ball go. Don't touch it when it's over your shoulder like that. Yeah, you're going to lose about 5 or 10 yards, but better that than losing the ball.
Yeah, Montgomery, as soon as it got up above the lights, as soon as his shoulder turned, having to track it down like a fly ball, he just said, I'm all right. We'll wave that one off.
Well, I think that was a better punt than he was also expecting. It took a little time before he kicked it, just like before, right? And then I think he thought it was going to be a shorter kick, so he moved up on it, went over his head, and at that point, you just got to let it drop.
Jamin Williams going to start this drive from his own 36. He's 5 yards back in shotgun. This will be a handoff right up the middle, and Jalen Morgan going nowhere. Driven back by a handful of Caravan members. Leading the charge was number 41, one of the captains, Matt Mucha, the senior middle linebacker. And that's how we end the first 12 minutes here from Triton College. The Friars up by 3 at home, 10-7. You're watching IHSA Friday Night Lights on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com.
We flip the field and we start the second quarter. Another handoff to the running back Morgan, churning through and once again driven back. That time it's big number 99, Braden Jones, 6'4", 255. The big fella drives him back. It's a loss of 1.
What they found out is running up the middle is going to be hard to do today.
Morgan a really quiet first quarter. 4 carries on 4 yards. That one's going to be his 5th carry for now a total of 3 on the game. 3rd and long, 3 receivers on the near side. Williams, all day to throw. Rolling near side, pressure coming. He's going to have to heave this one towards the track, and rightfully so.
Almost in the first row of the seats.
Across the near side, Victor Fryer came in charging like a bull in a china shop. So 4th and long, we'll send out Noah Sir once again.
That's a good way to make sure nobody can intercept it. Put it in the bleachers.
Good awareness to get it across the original line of scrimmage as well. Sir will set up at his own 20. Caravan return man at his own 30. Still not a lot of wind here tonight. Cool 60 degrees on this Friday, October evening. Lehman waves this one. Immediately dead. And look at Fenwick trying to throw Lehman towards the ball. Could have been a high IQ play from Tommy Thies.
Yeah, you just got to get away from that ball. Run somewhere else. Get out of there. Don't get near it. Why play that game, right? But again, he learned from the prior play, don't touch a ball over your head like that. Even though you're losing 5 or 10 yards, like we said, you don't want to give up the possession of the ball. But now Mount Carmel with the ball 90 yards away and down 3.
All things considered, a great punt by Sir. Ball is spotted at the 10. Elliott's at his own 5. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 man all by himself on the far side. Running back to his right, once again, it's Wilson. This will be a give across the right side and barreling forward. Good chunk of yardage. Wilson had 3 carries for 11 yards and the score in the first quarter. They'll spot it 2nd and a long 4. Slow to break the huddle. Here's Elliott. Same formation for the Caravan. Only change, running back to the other side. Fakes the handoff. Has a man. Oh, can't hang on.
Yeah, that's one of those throws. You throw it to the receiver. So only your receiver can catch it and not a defender catching it. But obviously, it was just a little too out front for the receiver to get. Tried to dive and get a shoe top catch, but
yeah, dropping to the ground, trying to pick it up. It was a bit of an underthrown ball. Marshawn Thornton tried to prevent it from touching the ground, but it was led a bit too much. And now on a 3rd and medium, the Friar faithful.
Yeah, they can sense a turnover here. Obviously, if they get the 4th down, they're going to have to punt and they get the ball back this time with the lead.
Trips to the near side. He's got a man. It's Lehman across the 30. Spins across his first defender and falls forward across the 35.
Yeah, right across the middle, a deep route right down the middle, about a 20-something yard gain. And there was a lot of zip on that ball, too. Mount Carmel can move the ball fast.
2 minutes through this second quarter.
I like the pressure they put on the defense, too. They're getting the signals in from the side. Linemen are down. Can't really sub.
Elliott, very cool, calm, and collective. Been a lot of pressure from Nate Marshall and the rest of this Friar front 7. Handoff right across the middle. It's Wilson.
Did a great job falling forward on the tackle, so he got hit right, probably 3 yards upfield, and then fell forward another 3 yards.
2nd and medium after the rush from Wilson. Patrick Gilboy in on the stop. New running back into the game with Elliott. It's number 10, Daniel Taylor Jr. Fake the handoff to Taylor. All day to throw. Elliott rolling out far side, looking to uncork it. Has a man inside Friar territory across the 30-yard line. Elliott flips the field on the Friars.
He had all day to throw, but whatever. That was a perfect pass over both defenders right in front of the sideline, just perfectly placed there. What a great throw. What a great catch. Nice roll out right. Good blocking up front. They're going to have to remember that play later.
Spot him down at the Fenwick 27. It's still Taylor in the backfield with Elliott. Taylor, a much bigger frame. They'll fake the handoff his way again. Elliott's got a guy across the right side, and it'll be a gain of about 8.
I like the extracurricular blocking that was going on in the backfield there.
Yeah, Patrick Gilboy getting into it.
Yeah.
Along with number 52, the tackle, Nick Lewanowski.
Mine? It's probably the
Taylor's
cable.
listed as a tight end and a D tackle. 6'1", 215. And oh, by the way, he can run the ball too. Taylor last week, 17 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. In a 14-point victory against the Hilltoppers of JCA. Elliott sends a man in motion. It's Lehman. This will be another handoff. The starting running back into the game. Madden Wilson across the right side. His lineman giving a good fight. And this play will finally be whistled dead. They'll stop the forward progress. And are they going to give him the forward progress for the first down? Yes, they will. The chains will move.
So often in high school, you get close to that first down. They don't want to come measure it. They just give you the benefit of the doubt. In a big game like this, you would think that they would measure by inches, bring the chain gain out, but nope. First down.
Under 8 minutes to go before halftime here in River Grove. Wilson to the left of Elliott in the backfield. One man by himself on the near side for the Caravan. Elliott, handoff across the left side. Wilson gets stymied at the line. And once again, they whistle the play dead. Everybody refusing to go down to the ground before.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go down to the ground until they all did.
There's some scary falls there.
Yeah, it looked like some legs could get undercut in that mess.
Somebody's did. That is Gilboy as he limps off to the Friars sideline. So Gilboy, the senior linebacker for the Friars, very gingerly walking on the sideline. Got to be helped by 2 coaches get to the bench, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's a big contributor along with Nate Marshall on this Friar defense. Elliott on second and medium, looking at the throw across the left side, has a man across the 5.
Again, it's just a precise throw. It's just a precision passer.
Quentin Burrell on the grab, tightly defended, but he had enough separation away from Fluky. First and goal, knocking on the door. It's the Caravan. Gilboy being tended to by the trainers. Only a handful of tackles last week for the senior linebacker, but one of the leaders. Elliott with a man in motion, rolling out far side, looking for the far corner. Desperation heave to the back of the end zone. Overthrown ball.
Yeah, that looked more like a desperation heave to make sure nobody can intercept it. Make sure you hit that fan back behind everyone else.
Closest Caravan member to the ball was Lehman.
It's wise to throw that one away. And this is a very, very important play, obviously, or I should say drive down 3 points with the ball, first or second and goal now. So you can't risk an interception. Obviously, don't want to get a fumble. Now, if you're Fenwick, I'm thinking putting some pressure on the quarterback, make him throw quickly to an outlet, and hopefully you can tackle that, or it's incomplete. We'll see what they do. One receiver is way wide.
Let's see what the defensive coordinator, Nick Halkias, draws up for the Friars. Elliott with a handoff to Taylor. Taylor across the left side. Spins across.
The ball might have gotten loose here.
It looked as if Daniel Taylor Jr. had broken the plane before being pushed to the ground and the ball popped out. But
Unfortunately, we're at this angle, so it's hard to tell, but that is what it looked like.
They're saying Taylor was down inside the 2, and then the ball was popped out. So it's still Caravan ball. It's third down, and they need 2.5 yards to put another 6 on the scoreboard. 5.5 minutes to go before halftime. Caravan go jumbo. Tight personnel from Mount Carmel. Elliott in shotgun. Running back Wilson to his left. Elliott, a keeper across the left side, tripped up from behind. A shoestring tackle by Tommy Thies. Getting into the backfield and bringing down the quarterback from behind. It's 4th down.
And decision time. Do you take the 3 and tie it? Or do you go for 7 or 6 or 8?
Bennett
Looks like they're going for it.
Bennett last week successfully converted their lone 4th down attempt against Fenwick.
And this is what I was saying Fenwick needed to do. So this again would be that 4 points. And if it's a touchdown here, Fenwick may be kicking themselves over that 4 points they gave up earlier by not going for a touchdown. So here we go. We talk about big plays.
The bigger Taylor Jr. checks in for Wilson. Man in motion, it's Lehman across the left side. And there's a flag on the play. It looks like Marshall jumped, based on his reaction at least. It will be against the Friars. Somebody moved on that D-line.
Well, there you go. Instead of a 5-yard penalty, it's only half the distance. So it's not that bad if you can time the play and you break it up as a result. Now, 2 yards is obviously way easier to get than 4 yards, but it's not like a 5-yard offensive penalty, and now you have to kick the field goal.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 man by himself on the near side. That's Burrell. Elliott in shotgun. Looks to his sideline, sends a man in motion from right to left. That's Lehman. Lehman back from left to right. Elliott right across the middle. Diving forward, and he's in for the score. The Fenwick faithful all around us saying that he was down at the 1. He got clipped before getting across the pylon, but as he was going down, he extends across with the right and gets in for 6 and silences Fenwick here on their home field. Mount Carmel retaking the lead 13-10 as we await the extra point. Nicholas Mullen, the senior, trying to give the Caravan a 4-point lead with just under 4 minutes to go before halftime, and he does. 3:56 remaining in this first half. Mount Carmel 14, Fenwick 10. I talked a little about Jordan Lynch already tonight. Mount Carmel class of 2009, Heisman finalist in 2013, the former NIU quarterback. Spent some time with the Bears before a handful of seasons in the CFL. Now back at his alma mater. The head coach also serving as the OC. This team scores points in bunches, 42 points per game entering tonight. Meanwhile, Fenwick, led by Matt Battaglia, former Kent State GA, also was the former offensive line coach at Marist and St. Francis, so he knows the area pretty well. He himself was a guard at NIU. Now we'll see a normal kickoff, Bob. We talked about it earlier. This one will be from their own 40.
Yeah, finally, right?
Nick Mullen boots this one away. Near side fielded by Miles Montgomery. Montgomery finds a hole. Montgomery across the 25 through the 30, trying to get across the 35, but gets tripped up from behind.
That shoestring tackle saved a lot of yards. I thought he was going to bust it going up the far side there, but that shoestring tackle saved the day.
A very
now, would he have scored the whole
return.
touchdown or not? I'm not sure, but that shoestring tackle saved a pile of yards.
They'll mark the return from Montgomery down at the 34. Williams in shotgun to start this drive. Low snap, fakes the handoff. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep this one himself. Still on his feet before he gets thrown down.
Yeah, he got popped pretty good on that tackle. That's why they don't like quarterbacks to run. Obviously, he's a very good running quarterback, scrambling quarterback. Not too many planned runs, but when he needs to, he's quick. Can get outside the pocket fast.
Pressure from both Joey Quinn and Braden Jones. Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. Pressure again from Quinn. Quinn's going to get inside the backfield and brings down the quarterback. Down goes Williams.
So long yardage now, 3rd and about 13.
Just over 3 minutes to go before halftime. And if Mount Carmel can force another punt here, you'd have to think, Bob, plenty of time to try and go up another score. 3 receivers on the near side. Williams. Again, pressure coming from all over. Rolling out near side. Has a man. Pass broken up. Gavin Conjar, the junior free safety, in tight coverage. Trying to find Emmett Romeus. And now, Bob, we will see another punt. 4th and long.
Yeah, he was basically running for his life on that, right? So you want to say, well, can you throw on the run? But that's not just on the run. That's like throwing at full speed. Probably could have released the ball a little bit sooner, because if it had been caught, it would have been out of bounds. It was at the first down marker, so it might have been enough for a first down, but not caught. 4th down and long. Let's see if the punt receiver lets it go over his head again or calls a fair catch.
Noah Sir, the punter, at his own 15. Cooper Lehman, the return man, at his own 35. Still no wind here tonight. Beautiful night, full moon here in River Grove. Sir, very patient, sends this one away. Lehman retreats. This ball lands at the Caravan 39 and now rolls out of bounds, still at that yard marker.
Yeah, I don't know if I like Noah Sir's patience on these punts, because then somebody gets through and you don't expect it to take too long. You still need a couple of steps before you kick it. Gives your lineman obviously more time to get downfield to make the tackle, but I think if it were me, I'd want to punt that right away.
Bob, the Caravan will have just about 2.5 minutes, along with 2 remaining timeouts, trying to go just over 60 yards.
Yeah, and as you said, that's plenty of time with those timeouts. And it's not like it's a running offense where the clock keeps running. They can get chunks of yards quickly.
2 receivers to the near side for Elliott. Running back to his right, it's the bell cow back tonight, Madden Wilson. Fakes the handoff, airs it out across the near side. No flags fly. That ball could have been intercepted. Henry Fluke in coverage. Once again, Elliott.
Yeah, that's one of those you're just going to have to replay and decide for yourself, was that pass interference or not. He did do a push against the defender. I don't think I would have called it, but I can see how somebody would get kind of upset. Looked like maybe could have been an interception. He got shoved out of the way.
The freshman's been a favorite target from Elliott tonight. Marshawn Thornton, the intended receiver.
I like how he aired it out, though. Now that's going to make a shorter 10-yard pass easier to complete, because the defenders and the safeties are going to have to respect that and stay deeper. Probably a good choice to throw that on first down with just a couple minutes to go before half.
Well, and it doesn't look like that shoulder injury from a few weeks ago is bothering Elliott anymore. Elliott fakes the handoff again. He'll throw across the middle, has a man in Friar territory. It's Lehman. Gets beyond the 45 and forced out around the Friar 40.
Just a gorgeous catch, up over his head, soft hands, runs around the defender after the catch.
Clock stops at 2:17. Lehman smart enough to get out of bounds. They'll mark him out at the 42. Lehman and Thornton on the near side. Elliott with Wilson to his left. Rolling this way, Elliott has Thornton diving forward. Makes the catch across the 35. And they will stop the clock. They'll say he was out of bounds.
I think the clock's running.
Correction, yeah, the clock's still running. Inside the 2-minute warning now.
So it's about 1 minute and 50-something to go.
2nd and medium for the Caravan. Elliott hands this one off to his classmate.
Well played, though. They got the first down, so they get 4 more downs at the 30-yard line.
Wilson brings him to the 30 and gives Mount Carmel another first down, just over 90 seconds to go before halftime. Caravan already up by 4, trying to build on their lead. Battle of 2 top 10 IHSA teams. It's Elliott rolling out far side. Uncorks a bullet across the 15, has a man. Brought down across inside the red zone. Beautiful ball thrown by Elliott.
So round about the 15-yard line. About minute 1 to go.
Still 2 timeouts for the Caravan. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far bunched up. Tight end on the right side as well for Elliott. Clock now at 45 seconds. Elliott snap to his left immediately. Has a man across the 10. Quick delivery to Lehman. Lehman slicing through defenders. And he's found the house. Cooper Lehman gives the Caravan a 20-10 lead as we await the extra point. 36 seconds remaining in this first half. Lehman found himself open. Wove through some traffic. Got by 3 defensive backs for the Friars. And Mount Carmel looks to go up 11.
Yeah, with about 36 seconds to spare on that.
Nicholas Mullen, still perfect tonight. 3 for 3 on extra points.
So probably expecting a squib kick, something like that, right? With 36 seconds to go, you don't expect Fenwick to be able to return it. And with 36 seconds or less after the squib kick, they're going to have to go a long way downfield to get any more points this half. So we're probably going to halftime at what, probably 21-10? I always like to do this just to be silly, right? But that means the final score is going to be 42-20.
Yeah, all the efficiency.
We forgot to make predictions before the game. It's kind of late now.
I have had too many broadcasters jinx happen in my time to where I feel like anything I say, like if I were to guarantee Team A is going to win, I'd have fans of Team A, how dare you, our season's ruined now. Like I've learned to keep my mouth quiet during that. But going back to the kickoffs that we've seen tonight, a lot of them have been, those lower line drive kicks. And I think back a couple weeks ago, I think it was the Ohio State-Oregon game where the kicker just front row line drive kick to the guy in the front row, caught him off guard. If it works at the collegiate level, you can bet it's going to work at the high school level.
Yeah, it can, right? I would still just put it out of the end zone. Get the ball to 20, guaranteed. You don't risk any kind of return, but you don't get any kind of a fumble then either.
Mullins opts to put it in the air. Going to be returned out by the main running back, Jalen Morgan.
Yeah, see, I don't know that putting it in Morgan's hands on the kick return is probably the optimal kind of a kickoff to make, but it worked. The ball's at the 30 instead of the 20, let's say. So now they got to go 70 yards in 30 seconds.
Morgan up to the 30. 29 seconds left on the scoreboard here at Triton College. We saw last week when Fenwick traveled to Lisle to take on Bennett Academy, we got to see Williams uncork a couple long throws. 70 would be a tough task. He fumbles the football, able to pick it up off the ground, stays in bounds across the 40.
Sometimes those fumbles work for you because then the defensive lineman can't see where the ball actually is, right? So they kind of stop. In that case, fumbled it. Their eyesight got somewhere else. He was able to pick it up and gain a lot of yards. So 22 seconds to go.
Jamin Williams making something out of nothing. Immediately dropped the ball, picks it up off the ground. Figures I'm just going to take it myself beyond the numbers on the near side. Good gain. Line of scrimmage now at the 45, still in Friar territory. Low snap, pressure coming immediately. Once again, it's Joey Quinn. Quinn and the rest of the Caravan defensive line break through and bring down the quarterback. Very frustrated there. Williams tried to find a receiver downfield, and with 14 seconds to go before halftime, a timeout will be called. First one on the night by the Friars. Down 11. Still trying to go 55 yards for the score, or we've seen some solid kicks so far tonight from Noah Sir. Sir, the 6-foot junior, got a good leg on him. Although with not a lot of wind tonight, Bob, that might be a one-on-one conversation really quickly, depending on if the Friars can, orchestrate some yardage, get close to field goal territory. not a lot of time left. It might just be a, let's see what we got. Try another 50-yarder like you attempted last week. He wasn't able to drill that one through. Had the distance, but wide left.
What we don't know is how far he can make it in practice. The coaches know. So the coaches know exactly what yard line they got to get to where they think that this kick can go through. But I'd say that, that's a lot of yardage. I would be in the Hail Mary mode or hook and ladder mode before I would try the field goal.
Empty backfield, trips left. And again, the Caravan.
Yeah.
Seep through the line. Down goes Williams.
And this will end the half.
And what a disappointing way to end this first half. Williams a bit shaken up after the play.
Well, disappointing maybe, but they only had, 36 seconds to get the ball all the way downfield. So a couple of sacks. It wasn't a fumble or pick six.
I think they're keeping him out there for one more play, Bob. A timeout was called.
Carmel called the timeout.
So they're going to add a second, 1 second to the clock. Fenwick calls another timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that, but okay.
So now it's 3rd and a country mile.
Yeah, but I think it gives them another chance for an offensive play, maybe a pass interference call. You get another shot. I don't know.
Maybe the annexation of Puerto Rico. Grew up watching that movie. Little Giants, can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I think nothing will happen in this play, but we'll see. Now, if I were Fenwick, I would just, I would launch it. I would, see if you can get something going downfield. You never know.
Caravan will surely be in prevent defense. Into the game on offense, it's Nate Marshall.
I'm a little surprised we don't see I'm going to use the word this way, a punt returner back there, kind of a safety.
Marshall on the near side. Williams looking his way.
Blown
Marshall
dead.
in triple coverage. And this one is going to be brought back. False start. And it's against the Friars. Well, Mount Carmel knew they were looking Marshall's way. 3 different defensive backs targeting the big number 9.
That was an odd referee signal. He's, did the false start signal and then pointed at Mount Carmel. It's odd. I think when you do a false start, it's got to go against the offense. So the referee should have spun around.
They'll redo what would be a 75-yard Hail Mary attempt if they want to get this in for 6. Correction, they'll run it for the final play of the first half, and it'll be a simple gain of about 4 yards. So through 24 minutes, Mount Carmel leads 21-10 here in River Grove. Fenwick 6-1 on the year. Mount Carmel 5-2, 2 of the top teams in the IHSA. Duking it out here at Triton College. We've got a 15-minute break before the second half of action coming your way here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sitting in traffic. So it's like, you know what? I can see the tire in here. You know, and as far as housing, you don't have to be some reasonable, smaller town, even to the north. Yeah, I can see what like it. Yeah. I mean, it's really just closely. Yeah. Has that been skewed like this all night? It looked clean in the viewfinder.
Moments away from the start of the second half here from Triton College. I'm Sam Corbett. Alongside me is Bob Vilsaway. We're here bringing you a top 10 IHSA matchup. The visiting Mount Carmel Caravan have already scored 3 touchdowns against the Fenwick Friars. Friars themselves got 10 points through the first half. So, Bob, you're right. That 42-point mark, if you want to price it out, they're on that pace. They're averaging 42 points per game.
But
entering tonight.
And I didn't mean to interrupt. I shouldn't have. But that was after 2 turnovers also. So if you take those turnovers back, which normally wouldn't happen, it's 42 plus whatever they would have gotten on those drives without those turnovers. But let's assume, Friars' defense is very stingy, right? So maybe those, instead of being turnovers, they at least wouldn't have scored on those drives. So it's probably a true score, 21-10. Well, we're going to see what the Friars have changed at halftime to see if they can close this gap or if it's going to, keep going.
Montgomery fields the kickoff inside the 10. Some trickery here. He flips it over to Treston Smith. Smith trying to break across some defenders, and he gets brought down inside the 10.
That's one of those plays that you like it. You like what they did. You like that they're trying to change something that the far side of the field was wide open if he could have just turned the edge. And at the same time, you really like the Mark Carmel defense that they could have stretched it out like that and held him back. And Smith is very, very fast. So great defensive play, and I like the offensive call. Now, what that also says, if you're Fenwick, to Mount Carmel, hey, we're not afraid to do some things differently in the second half. Watch out. So if Mount Carmel has a new game plan that says, be overly aggressive, maybe they got to keep somebody back for reverses.
Might have to open up, dust off the back half of the playbook. Low snap. It's corralled by Williams, rolling out near side. Has a man. It's his favorite target, the running back, Morgan. Morgan spinning across one man, gets up across the 10 before being brought down by a handful of defenders.
Williams did a good job. Rather than throw the ball right away, it's not like a decision. You have to throw it now, throw it to the left, throw it to the right, or whatever. At that point in time, there was a defender in the way, but time passed, and then the opening was there. Nice pass, good patience.
Williams dumps this one off behind the line of scrimmage.
Mount Carmel not afraid to hit hard.
Yeah, Treston Smith just got absolutely leveled. There's no better way to say it. The free safety, Patrick Brakey, the 5'9 junior, flying across, picking up his man.
Leveled is a good word.
Through the first half, Williams 4 for 9, only 34 yards and the touchdown. He also ran the ball 4 times for just over 20 yards. Morgan, 6 carries, 8 yards in the first half. That's how good this Caravan defensive front has been. Now the Friars on a 3rd and long, trying to convert deep in their own territory. It's quarterback keeper Williams gets a blocker across the 10, gets clipped from underneath. And a short gain. Matt Mucha, the middle linebacker, filling the hole.
Yeah, that won't move the chains.
So
good tackle. Yeah, good tackle at the sideline. Didn't go out of bounds. Clock running, right? But they needed the first down in their own territory. Right now, this is a pretty early punt, and you're down by 11.
Noah Sir is about a yard deep into his own end zone. Lehman, the return man, at the Friar 49. Still not a lot of wind tonight. Temperatures starting to drop. Sir, low snap, immediately fires this one away. End over end spin. Lehman fields it around the 46, trying to cut it out across the far numbers. And he gets pursued before getting across the 40, brings it down to the Fenwick 41.
I like that, run wide. If he had run forward, there would have been a major collision with about 4 different Fenwick players. So run wide, sure you get tackled, but you don't die in the process.
Raphael Stewart, the first man on the stop.
Well covered.
9:42 on the clock here in the third.
Meanwhile, Mount Carmel with some very good field position. So on the first possession, they now have an 11-point lead and possession on the other side of the field as the drone flies by at 60 miles an hour.
Jack Elliott back out onto the gridiron, had a phenomenal first half. 14 for 20, just under 200 yards at 197 on the mark. Had the rushing touchdown and throwing for one as well.
It'd be interesting someday to get footage from that drone and see what that looks like.
Yeah, clear skies tonight. Have to imagine some beautiful shots. Elliott, first play for the Caravan second half offense. It's a draw play up the middle and a gain of about 2 before being pushed back. Nate Marshall on the stop.
And that's what Fenwick needs to do. They need to get the ball back. Right now they're outside field goal range, right? So you don't want to let them get a first down or 2, but get short gains on first down, push them into a passing situation, and then things can happen. A sack, an interception.
2 receivers on the near side for Elliott.
The 3rd and short's not a good plan.
Elliott looks back to the sideline. Running back at his hip, it's Madden Wilson on the left side. Now shifts back a yard behind Elliott. Elliott fakes right, looks left, has a man. It's the freshman receiver across the left side. Marshawn Thornton making moves. And finally driven back.
Yeah, it took the whole student body to finally tackle him. I think they got the first down and all that forward motion. Nicely designed to play. He had a blocker engaging with the defensive player, which you can do on those wide receiver screens like that. Nice, easy completion across the field. First down play.
Wilson still at the right hip of Elliott. Elliott baits left, rolls right, has a man across the 10. It's caught. Receiver had to come back about a yard or two. He's down at the 12-yard line. Pass caught by Quentin Burrell. Burrell had 6 catches.
I like the way he comes back to the quarterback on those. A lot of receivers will go downfield, set up, and, come on, get me the ball, throw it to me, and then somebody else can run in front and receive it. He comes back to the ball really well. The other thing, he's got really nice, soft hands, very confident. He's not putting his body behind that. A lot of times you're trained, use your hands, put your body behind it. If it does go through your hands, it hits you rather than gets tipped up in the tip drill gets employed.
Burrell's now at 7 catches on the night, north of 120 yards. New set of downs for Elliott, looking left. Marshall given pressure. Elliott delivers a strike across the middle and an underthrown ball, trying to find Burrell once again. Up comes 2nd and 10. 7:44 remaining in this third quarter. A high-flying offense, but very patient. Caravans slowly get back to the line. Trips left for the Maroon. Sends a man in motion from left to right. Elliott with a handoff to Wilson. Wilson biding time across the right side. Will get about 2 to 3 yards. Sent the tight end Ethan Badig in motion. Good blocking tight end. Brings up 3rd and about 7. And Bob, now more than ever is when the Fenwick front 7 have to make a stand.
Oh, yeah, I mean, right. A 28-something game, a 28-10 game is way different than 21-10. It's one of those big plays. We've had a series of big plays this game, but here's a huge one.
2 receivers out each way for Elliott. Man in motion from right to left. Low snap. Elliott fires across the 5. And Burrell forced out before reaching the end zone.
Yeah, nobody there. It looks like a first down to me, right? But nobody there. And, well, let's see. They're going to mark it short. So 4th down and an inch. They decided not to give him credit for the first down on that. But nobody was there. It was a good tackle.
The chain gang on the far side of the field, pretty confused on what down it was. Went from 1st to 4th, back to 1st. We've got it set up.
But we know better here.
4th and a long 1.
Hopefully.
Two receivers to the left side for Elliott. The running back Wilson to his left.
And a timeout called.
And head coach Jordan Lynch.
Mount Carmel's timeout.
Figures the need. Can't go wrong. You got 3 of them. You might as well burn 1.
Yeah, there's 2 schools of thought on, right? You want to have 3 timeouts for the 2-minute warning at the end of the game. On the other hand, you certainly don't want to get confused in the middle of the game. A lot of quarterbacks will take a timeout in the middle of a game when they're, whatever it is, 2nd and 15, and then they're about to run out on the play clock, so they call timeout. And I'm like, just take the 5-yard penalty. Save your timeouts till the end. But here, if you're confused and you're at the goal line, that can be the difference between giving up a touchdown or getting a touchdown. So this is a good time to go talk it over with your coordinators and figure out what you're running and what you're defending. So I'd have to say, good use of a timeout early.
The fans of the Friars, I'm going to have to critique you guys, not doing a lot of swag surfing during the timeout. That was the pride and joy of my high school days. Student section, high school Friday night games, all out energy, acting like I was the 12th man. You got some guys down there trying to fire up the rest of the crowd, but it's been a tough ask with the Friars down 11 here at home. Just under 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 4th and short for Jack Elliott and the Caravan offense. Lehman in motion. Back out wide to the left. Elliott keeps it himself across the middle, stays on his feet. Diving forward.
Oh, they're going to give him a favorable mark here. Looks like it's a first down from where I can tell, but again, I got the Bob Uecker seats up here.
Elliott got clipped on his right knee, used his right arm to keep himself upright.
Yeah, they're giving them the first down at about the 1 yard line. So first and goal, maybe the 2-1, something really close to the goal line here. That was a great run, like you said, not to go down. Keep that knee up, fall forward.
First and goal from inside the 5. Elliott, low snap, looking left edge.
I did not expect a pass.
Nobody home trying to find Gavin Conjar.
I'm one of those that I like, softening up the defense. Like here you're at the 1 yard line. It is first down. Why not throw a pass? But I think if you're going to do that, more of a play action. And I do like that it was a not dangerous pass. It was into the corner. It's almost like a long bomb, but into the corner. Now in second down, I expect him fully to run straight ahead. And he's got a level of determination and grit in him that I would expect this to be a score here.
Intended receiver on that last play was Burrow once again, not Conjar. Same formation for the Caravan on second and goal. Elliott again looking his way. Jump ball. This time it's true. Touchdown Caravan. Quentin Burrow.
I'm surprised by the play call. I mean, there's a chance that the defender cuts that off and then it's a pick six from 99 yards away. But what a great pass, great connection, touchdown from the 1 yard line. Very, very confident throw. And I like the way if you're going to run the play, run it twice or very similar play twice. 1-on-1 on the left. It's almost like an easy score. So anyway, 27-10 now, the extra point coming. 18 points down. That's going to be hard for Fenwick in the second half here. We know one adjustment they made was on the kickoff on that reverse.
About 18 minutes left in tonight's contest. Quentin Burrell, the favorite target tonight from Elliott. The extra point attempt. A bit short, but it still finds the uprights.
It did the trick. It got over the posts.
So Mullen, the kicker for the Caravan tonight, still perfect. 28-10. Clock stops at 6:14. Mount Carmel's got 3 ranked wins this season. If the Caravan hold true to this, it'd be their 4th. Mount Carmel, Max Prep's number 2 team in Illinois. Fenwick not far behind with the number 7 ranking. Max Prep's doesn't take into account the sizing of the schools. This kickoff is sent away. Montgomery inside his own 10 is going to bring this out. Gets up across the 15, patient rush, down across the 20, and can't get to the 25.
Elusive, but a good return. 4 yards past the 20 if they had kicked it out of the end zone, so.
They'll spot him down just before the 25. Jamin Williams back out onto the field. Him and Jalen Morgan trying to find any answer.
Well, they got their work cut out for him, 18 now.
Fake the handoff to Morgan. Williams, pocket collapses, rolling out far side. And he just has to throw that one to the track on the far side of the field, and that's going to be intentional grounding.
Well, I didn't see a flag, did you?
Flag on the far side.
There is one. Okay. Well, that's kind of what the flag is for then. I thought that pass might be backwards. That would be one that I would want to play back, right, and take a look. Did that ball go backwards? Is that now a 8-yard loss because he threw it behind him?
It's going to be a loss regardless from another penny.
Right. Now, that was kind of one of those max protect plays. He had all day back there to throw it, and he went across the field. And there's probably a one receiver deep left, but he was double covered, so there's nowhere to go with it. So he's probably coached, well, if the receiver's not open on that play, just throw it out of bounds somewhere. But it would have been better to throw it out of bounds closer to the receiver to avoid that flag. Now it's going to be 1st and 20.
Friars only had
2nd and 20, of course.
Friars only had 4 penalties last week for 9 yards. 17 yards. On 2nd and a country mile, here's a handoff. And a short gain for Jalen Morgan.
Yeah, when it's 2nd and 20 in a short game, that's just not going to get it done, and down by 18. Now, we're not trying to prescribe that they have to pass the rest of the game. You got to keep the defense honest, but Fenwick struggling on offense against this Mount Carmel defense, Mount Carmel being ranked 2 in the state. So it's going to be tough to score, let alone get 18 points.
Fenwick's been in some tight, low-scoring games this year. We already talked about the 1-point loss at JCA in Week 3, as Williams has to quickly get rid of it. And that's not a gift to his receiver. That was a scary hit by the defense. But the reception goes towards Raphael Stewart. Another short gain, and now 4th and about 20. We'll send back out Noah Sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We've seen over the years Fenwick use that short screen over the middle real well on something and long, whatever it is, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. The defensive line pins their ears back and goes after the quarterback, and that screen over the middle has been very successful for Fenwick, but obviously that time it got snuffed right at almost the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 23, I think the scoreboard says. Long way.
Eerily similar setup to the last punt from Noah Sir. He's in the same position, 2 yards back in the end zone. Very patient once again with this punt. Finally sends it away, and it's a booming one. Lehman has to retreat deep into his own territory, and once again a friendly roll for the Friars as Fenwick downs this at the Caravan 39.
Yeah, so Mount Carmel just has to get away from that ball, let it land. Wherever they get the ball, they get the ball. They have an 18-point lead halfway through the 3rd quarter, so totally in control of this game right now. As the drone flies by, probably just above our camera angle. I'm a little bit surprised they allow a drone to be on top of the field like that.
I don't know what an official would do about it. Not going to be able to throw a football and knock it down.
I was driving on the way here, and I'm on whatever interstate, and some motorcycle passes us all up at about, it had to be like 120 miles an hour. I'm thinking, hey, not safe, but how do you stop that?
The need for speed. Fenwick's team motto this year has been Fenwick Fast. That high-tempo running offense has been relatively silent so far tonight, Bob. Just under 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The Caravan offense back out onto the field, and it'll be a gain of about 4.5 yards on the run right up the gut by Madden Wilson.
Up tempo here. I like this, getting the line right away. 3 receivers wide left.
Elliott quickly fires off to the far side. Not going to be enough for the first. It'll be 3rd and 1. But another reception, that one again from the running back Wilson. 10 carries on the night for 40 yards, and that's his first reception. Just under 50 yards total for the running back tonight.
Kind of reminds me of 7-on-7 football. They put the 3 receivers on the left, take the defenders out of the play, and now it's 8-on-8.
Let's say 3rd and 2. Elliott sends a man from right to left. It's Lehman. Fakes the handoff to Lehman. This one again to the running back. Diving forward and picking up the first down. It's been all Madden Wilson this drive.
Moving the chains and using clock.
You said it, Bob. Just eating as much clock as possible. Just under 3.5 minutes in this 3rd quarter, and still the 12 minutes of the 4th.
The primary goal is to move those chains. Then when you move those chains, obviously the clock will have advanced. So even if you got to pass to move the chains, that's okay. And it only stops briefly once you get the first down.
Elliott from midfield. Low snap. Pocket collapses, rolling out far side. Overthrown ball for Lehman. Good coverage by Jake Thies.
Yeah, you said it. Good coverage. That's a good one to throw out of bounds. You don't want to throw that one the other direction. Now that does stop the clock. It's too early to be worried about the clock, but only almost 3 minutes to go in this quarter plus the fourth quarter is not a lot of time for Fenwick here.
Clock stops at 2:56. The Caravan from the 50. Trips left. Wilson to Elliott's right. And it's Burrell on an island on the far side. Man in motion from left to right. Marshall breaks through the line of scrimmage immediately. Elliott has to kick it out to the man who went in motion. It'll be a short gain of about 3 to 4 yards. That was Jake Kazi, the senior wide receiver. Smaller frame, only 5'8", $175. Kazi in motion from left to right, creates enough separation, and Elliott turns a loss of 4 into a gain of about 3.
So what I want to know is when you're getting chased by Marshall, do you run faster?
There's got to be some human instinct, adrenal gland operation where you say, I'm pretty much running for my life at this point. 3rd and long. Trips left again for Elliott. Surveys the defense. Now back to his sideline. Letting the clock wind down. 2 minutes to go. And the Caravan will call a timeout. Timeout called at 1:59 to go in the third. So Fenwick down 18 with about 17 minutes to go. Excuse me, not 17. High school ball, not the pros. 14 minutes to go. Here from Triton College. If you make a stop here, Bob, you force a Caravan 4th and long. Mount Carmel sends out the punt. You're able to get the ball back, but down 18, that's 3 scores.
Well, but you got to start. You're right. First, you got to get the ball, right? So you're absolutely right. Stop them here on 4th and 7. I don't know. I think they're going to put the ball in the air trying to get that first down. So you got to stop a pass probably, right? Then you get the punt. You got a long field to go. Not a lot of time, and you need 3 scores.
My old high school coach used to say the first step was step 1.
Right.
Can't overlook everything beforehand before you start drawing up the what-if scenarios. A run right up the middle. Holy cow, what a hole.
And what a play call.
Great run by Madden Wilson. Right across the middle on the right side.
That was a good call, a gutsy call, the first down call, and why they're number 2 in the state.
The right side of that offensive line created a hole so big you could drive a bus through it.
Yeah, well, for sure, I was expecting the pass. I mean, conventional wisdom, keep it on the ground, keep the clock running, even if it's not a first down. But, Mount Carmel is very good at being versatile.
And that's one of the first rushes tonight we've seen from Wilson that hasn't been a lower the shoulder, keep the legs fighting for an extra yard or 2. He was able to immediately fire off a big chunky yardage. Here's Elliott looking for his freshman receiver. Thornton makes the catch, and he gets brought down at the 30. It looked like he had crossed the first down marker and then had to run back towards the 30 to get that ball.
We talked about that earlier. Thornton, in this case, again, he's downfield. He comes back towards the quarterback to make sure it cannot be intercepted. Possession of the ball is way more important than the yards. They're giving him forward progress, it looks like, on that pass, just like you said. I'm a little surprised on that, but...
They're saying he got up to the 27.
Yeah, again, the one I'd like to replay the spot on, for example, but you can do that. When you're watching it on YouTube, just hit that little back arrow a couple times, 5 seconds each time, and you can watch the play again.
Elliott from inside the 30. Wilson to his right. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, has a man across the right side. That's Stephen Winkler, once again, haven't called his name since the first quarter. And he gets a good chunk, about 7 or 8 yards across the right side. Tried to kick it out beyond the numbers, couldn't get there. Instead, cut it upfield.
Yeah, I don't think this is a first down, but this is going to put extreme pressure on Fenwick's defense. 3rd and second, very short here. So you can run or pass, for example. It's going to make Fenwick really have to focus on this down.
They've got time for 1, maybe 2 more plays in this quarter. If they can move the chains 1 more time and then head to the 4th, they'd have to feel pretty confident tonight. Instead, he's looking for the end zone. Intercepted! Elliott chucks it up. And the Friars come away with the takeaway. Josh Morgan, the sophomore, picks off the Vanderbilt-bound quarterback. Elliott looking towards his receiver saying, why'd you cut towards the post? He wanted him to cut back towards the middle of the end zone.
What a good, I mean, they stopped that drive. They now get the ball, but still, the same thing remains. They're still down 18 points, but they're not 21 points or 25 points behind. Huge interception. Comes out to the 20.
I lied. We got time for one more play in the third. 1 second on the clock. Low snap from Williams. Pocket collapses, rolling out near side. Williams had to get rid of it immediately, as there's some pushing and shoving after the fact. Joey Quinn, the first man pursuing Williams, got into a altercation with one of the offensive linemen, Adam Callaghan. So that's how we end the third. Mount Carmel adds on another score. The Caravan lead 28-10 as we get ready for our final 12 minutes of action here from Triton College on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary.
Starting off the fourth quarter, it's Williams in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Williams looking this way, uncorks it across the middle of the field, just beyond the outstretched fingertips of Treston Smith. He burned his man across the middle. Patrick Brakey could do nothing but look from behind, but just barely. Treston Smith can't bring it in.
Just out of his reach, but it was a perfectly thrown ball. I mean, the only critique would be throw it up a little higher and put a little more air under it and let Smith run under it. But yeah, it was a beautiful pitch and just outside his reach. But run that play again. Maybe not right away, but run that play again.
Duos each way for Williams, running back to his left. Williams again uncorking it across the middle. This time trying to find Romeus. Romeus again burning his defender, but the arm strength from Williams just putting a bit too much on the ball.
But now it's 4th down, and here comes the punting unit. But I like to try. You know, you got to go deep. You get the catch. Now you're only down 11, maybe 10 if you run it in for 2. Now, not good that they have to punt, but I like those deep tries. You got to go for it.
Sir will have a little bit more breathing room. Positioned himself at the 5-yard line for this punt. Lehman takes another step back. He's around his own 43. Sir skies it, drops it at the Caravan 47, and another Fenwick roll before it finds out of bounds around the 35-yard line in Caravan territory.
Yeah, very favorable roll. The kicker rolls out to the right, Noah, sir, and when he kicks it, he's on the right side. So I'm thinking if you're watching video and a team scouting this team, I think I might want to rush from the left side and see if you can't get a punt block on that delayed kick or tipped kick or a
every time he's
kick.
So patient, I'm waiting for him to try and break off a rush in between the numbers and the hash. Elliott, first play from scrimmage on this drive, underthrown ball for Burrow.
And the first baseman couldn't scoop it up. That's what, maybe the first throw that wasn't intentionally accurate?
Well, I'm shocked that first play from scrimmage, they're going with the pass. You're up 18, just about 11 and a half minutes to go.
Right, 4th quarter, why not run a few, get a couple, chains move a few times. But that's Mount Carmel. Very diverse offense.
Well, they've been doing a great job rushing the ball.
Yep, unpredictable.
Matt Wilson, 12 carries, 53 yards on the ground. He also has the reception for about 8 yards. This one again, it's the freshman Thornton. Shakes one tackler, gets the first down inside Friar territory, and finally brought down from behind. Patrick Gilboy tackles him from behind at the Friar 41.
Now Fenwick had 4 down linemen on defense on that one, and the pass went up.
Looks like they're going to say Thornton stepped out at the 44, so negate 3 yards from his gain there. Still a new set of downs for the Caravan.
And still 4 linemen, it looks like.
Lehman, the lone receiver on the near side, he's lined up one-on-one against Flukie. Elliott from the far hash. Drops back in the pocket. Gets the snap. Quickly fires, has a receiver, it's Burrell. Forced out just before the first down marker, Josh Morgan in on the stop.
And
another favorable spot.
Yeah, no, the first down. Oh, no, they changed their mind. So 2nd and 1. So again, extreme pressure on the defense where you can run to get the first down or throw it. Mount Carmel looks like the expert at getting 9 yards on first down.
Lehman and Burrell, 2 receivers on this side of the field.
I like the tight coverage on the near side.
Elliott fakes the handoff, looks right, has Burrell again. Burrell across the 30 and down at the 26. Burrell immediately shook Morgan from that tight coverage at the line. Juked him towards the outside, cuts back in across the middle, and Elliott just delivers a strike. First down once again for the Caravan. Handoff to Wilson. And Wilson gets stopped behind the line.
And Fenwick needs more of that. Put him in passing situations and hope for the incompletion. Clock stops, get the ball back. And again, you probably got to go back to those deep passes and try to connect on one.
Colin Murray, the senior defensive end, the first guy on the stop for the Friars. Fenwick trying to keep this game at 18. Caravan trying to add on. It's already a 3-possession game in favor of Mount Carmel. Elliott fakes the handoff, rolling out left side. All day to throw, steps up, has a man across the 20. And again, another 9-yard gain. This time it's Lehman getting in on the action.
Yeah, that pass is behind the receiver. The receiver made a great move to go reach back across his body behind him and make the catch, and he was fortunate the defender wasn't there. If the defender had pushed up on that play, again, that could have gone the other direction.
Yeah, with
Great
Lehman
catch.
coming back towards the field, they're going to say it was only a gain of about 6. Elliott, pocket collapses, Marshall giving chase. Elliott was able to get the pass off to Lehman, but they're going to say he was out of bounds.
Yeah, my initial take is it looked like he might have had a foot still on the field, but of course the other foot was out of bounds on the ground, so out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
Oh, that'll back him up a little bit. Holding on Mount Carmel. So 3rd and 13 now instead of 3rd and short.
9:05 remaining.
Well, that holding call makes it a little bit more exciting.
And the Caravan forced to retreat.
The Fenwick crowd has been quiet. I mean, earlier in the game, oh my, this place was lit.
Well, think back to the first play from scrimmage. Nate Marshall forces the ball out. Friars fall on it inside the 10. And then the Caravan stop them from getting 6. It can only amount a Noah Sir field goal. 3rd and long for Elliott, 2 receivers on the near side. He's looking across the middle again. Steps up, fires. Trying to find Lehman. Let's see the official ruling on this catch. Lehman had to dive to the ground. They're going to say he did keep that one above the turf. So Cooper Lehman converts on the first down. Mount Carmel back inside the red zone. Last year when these two teams faced off, Mount Carmel came away with a 21-9 victory. All 30 points scored in the first quarter. Different story this season. Handoff across the left side to Wilson. Wilson cuts back towards the middle. He gets taken down for a gain of about 4.
Sounds like both teams made some very good defensive adjustments after that first quarter. That's the thing about football. It is a game of adjustments. Who can, think of the right adjustments to be made at halftime, and then can the team then execute those adjustments? And oftentimes that's why you get those comeback victories.
Aiden Burns, outside linebacker for the Friars, gingerly walking off the field, holding his right knee. Low snap to Elliott, hands it off to the running back Wilson, again across the left side, spins forward inside the 10. And he looks to be about a yard short of the first down. Nope. Favorable spot once again for the Caravan. It's 1st and goal.
7-yard line, first down, clock running, possession of the ball, up 18. Doesn't look good for Fenwick.
Caravan gets set up to ride. Elliott with Wilson in his back pocket. A handoff to the running back. Wilson powering through inside the 5. Knocking on the door, but not in the end zone just yet. Somebody's helmet popped off. That was number 71, Zion Elliott, the junior guard. Under 7 minutes to go. Caravan back to the line. Wilson to the left of Elliott. Elliott looking for the end zone, left corner. Overthrown ball.
Well covered, it might add, though. Kind of threw a jump ball. I don't think I'd be throwing jump balls now. You want to make sure you get this touchdown secured. So 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Thornton, the freshman, double covered.
Yeah, again, I think I'd be running this. Get a yard and a half at worst case, and then 4th down, get another yard and a half, call it a touchdown. I don't think I'd be throwing the ball here. He threw an interception at the other end. Not exactly careless, but gave up a scoring opportunity. Another turnover.
Thornton all by himself on the left side. Burrell on the near side. Elliott in shotgun, rolling right. Looking Burrell's way, has him in and out of the hands. Burrell can't hang on. Good coverage from Josh Morgan. Burrell, who's been such a sure hand tonight for the Caravan, can't control that one.
Now I'd be going for it. You only got 3 yards. I'd still try to make it up. I'd let Elliott run right or left or maybe up the middle. See if they bring in the field goal unit. Going up 21 points versus going up 24 points. With only 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, I don't know if either one matters. They are going for it.
4th and goal for the Caravan.
The wide field is to the right. There we go.
Man in motion from left to right. Gets in the hands of Cooper Lehman. Lehman on the jet sweep, dives forward. And on a broken play, the senior wide receiver can't get across the edge.
Yeah, we can say broken play, but that was well stretched out, well defended by the defense. Now, okay, I feel like Mount Carmel just left 3 points on the field. Earlier in the game, Fenwick left 4 points on the field, so we can call it pretty much a draw on that. But now 18 points with only 6.5 minutes to go. That's going to be, again, just like we've been saying, a tall order as the drone whips right back over to there.
Williams is starting this drive at his own 1. Finds Andrew Bjorson across the near side. Bjorson down the sideline. Yeah, forced out around the 15.
I would like to have seen him go out of bounds on that. He's so close to the sideline anyway. He was fighting for the extra couple of yards.
Patrick Brakey guiding Bjorson to the sideline. Bunched up on the near side again. Wild snap to the right side. Williams controls it, finds a man. Receiver down the sideline. Shimmies through to some defenders. Gets a hole. Raphael Stewart picks up a first down for the Friars.
That's a great catch. Shed the defender and kept going.
Quickly again, it's Bjorson. On the near side, clock still rolling.
I like the quick offense, though.
Tavares Harrington, the sophomore cornerback, in on the stop on that play. Second and medium. Pocket collapses. Williams looking for anything downfield. Steps out at the 35.
Remember your high school coach said your first thing is step one? Well, I think Fenwick's up to step two. They've moved the chains a little bit. They are moving the ball. Not too much time is going by on this drive. They're not losing the ball and throwing an interception. No fumbles.
Yeah, but with just over 5 minutes to go, gonna have to see some miracle heroics here in front of the home crowd. Williams, pressure coming across the right side, rolling out. And he's gonna have to throw that one towards the Caravan sideline. Good pursuit from Caleb Tucker. How about the freshman getting in late in the action? 6'4", 330. It's a big fella for a D tackle.
330.
Menacing figure lined up right across.
Run wide. That would be my advice.
Tough task for the center, TJ Woods. 6'4" himself, but like 40 pounds less than the young freshman Tucker. Passing complete. And on fourth down, that will send out the Caravan offense once again. Turnover on downs.
Now I think we're going to see a bunch of runs and the game will end. This Mount Carmel team, they're a force to be reckoned with.
.455 remaining. Mount Carmel looking for the dagger. The 42 points per game is certainly going to dip.
Well, and they would have had it if they didn't turn it over a couple times, I think. So Fenwick did a good job on defense, so hold them to 28.
Hand off to Wilson, stuffed at the line.
But Mount Carmel's defense held just as well. I mean, Fenwick only with 10 points.
Weeks 3 through 5 for Mount Carmel, some of these scores are just bonkers. 56-33 over Naz, 45-24 over St. Ignatius, 48-13 over Bennett. They're trying to tie last week's score total when they put 35 on the Hilltoppers of JCA.
And that's what we're saying. Fenwick is a very stingy, good defensive team, and you'd have to say they proved it tonight. Although 28 points might be a lot against Fenwick, it took Mount Carmel to get those 28 points.
28 points is the most Fenwick has allowed this season. New quarterback into the game for Mount Carmel, it's Emmett Dowling, 5'11 junior, weighing in at 185. So he'll get to see some game time action with the final 4 minutes from Triton College.
Which will be enough for maybe a first down or two.
Very slow to the line, and rightfully so. Trying to wind down as much time as possible. Dowling looking left, surveys down the field. Left side, batted down.
I'm surprised they threw it. Also surprised they threw it deep. And it was underthrown a bit. Could have been intercepted.
Henry Fluky. Great job with the pass break up there. So Jack Elliott finishes his night 27 of 40, north of 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, the interception, and he used his legs as well to get in for the score.
So Mount Carmel going for it on fourth down. We'll see if they air it out again. Both teams deciding not to punt.
Dowling is the next man up when Elliott leaves for Tennessee next year. Has a man in the flats across the right side. That's Alan McCoy. Forced out by Josh Morgan.
And of course, the important fact, first down.
So new quarterback Dowling, but it's still the main running back Wilson to his left side. Getting some passing plays for the backup quarterback. He's got a man across the left side now, and a big hit from Fluky. Pass was caught by Danny Colleen, the junior receiver. But that's not a throw that your receivers are going to thank you for after the game, saying thanks for getting me that one, because that was a shot delivered by Fluky.
That's a double-edged sword. You want to catch it, you want to pad your stats, right? But you don't want to get clobbered in the process. Now, there's a penalty flag on the field. Don't know yet for what. Mount Carmel.
Personal foul against the Caravan.
So that's like insult injury. The receiver gets decked, right? And then there's also a penalty on Mount Carmel. So that catch doesn't even count.
A long retreat back. Now closer to midfield than the end zone. Back to the line. Dowling gets his 10 teammates set. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 man on the near. Dowling. Now it'll be a handoff to Wilson. Wilson across the left side has a hold to the second level and gets brought down at the 35-yard line.
Timeout. Fenwick.
Fenwick not going down without a fight. Calling a timeout. Just under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised they called that timeout, but okay. Just a few extra snaps against a very good team.
Well, I think that's what, going back to what you were saying with why they're throwing the ball and not just running it draw play every single time. It allows them to get some reps for Dowling, who is seemingly the answer for when Elliott graduates in the spring.
Yep, that's exactly it. Otherwise, just running the game clock out and that's it. But here's a chance to get a good experience for him against a quality team, Fenwick. So I like that they're still playing football rather than just, both teams deciding the game's already over. 2
weeks ago when Elliott was ruled out at Brother Rice, another highly pivotal matchup. Here's Dowling finding a hole. Dowling across the 20, inside the 10. I was just ready to praise him. And then he does that on me. Great rush from the backup quarterback inside the 10-yard line. And now Mount Carmel poised to punch it in for another 6 points. But going back to when Dowling had to take the reins over from Elliott when he was down with that shoulder injury 2 weeks ago at Brother Rice.
That was some real nice ball handling back in the backfield. I got to admit, my eyes went with the running back. I did not see Dowling keep the ball and keep going at first, right? So that, I'm sure if I don't see it from up here, the players got confused down there, and that explains the long run.
Dowling only led Mount Carmel to 13 points when Elliott was out 2 weeks ago. Trying to find the end zone here with just over 2 minutes to go on this rendition of Friday Night Lights before a Caravan timeout. They're playing to the whistle, that's for sure. We haven't talked about him tonight, Bob. The student, I'd assume it's a student, who is serving as the mascot today for Fenwick,
yeah,
the
right
Friar.
In front of us.
Interesting to note, full head of hair. The only point of reference I have is the San Diego Padres swinging Friar, and I know he's got the typical monk haircut. Before the game, that dude did a cartwheel and a backflip, and he needs the recognition.
Yeah, he's been in front of us the whole time. Our camera is generally above him so that he's not on the camera, but yeah.
Out of the timeout,
thanks,
Dowling
Jacqueline. Jacqueline is showing us the mascot on TV here.
Dowling out of the timeout. Fakes the handoff. Has a man all across the left side. Dowling
got the
has
touchdown.
A receiver. Marty Mann, the senior tight end, finds the house for 6 more. Caravan now up to 34 points on the night, trying to tie their total from last week.
They're trying to tell everybody they've got a consistent offense. They don't want the Friars to shut them down to just to a meager 28 points.
He's been perfect all night. And I know I've talked about broadcaster jinxes already, but if Mullen drills this one, makes it a 35-10 game, they are one touchdown away from that 42-point mark, and take into account Elliott's interception. If that one finds his teammate rather than the defender, you're right at that point total. That's the math on that one. He does make it 35-10. So Mullen ends his night with a pat on the back from his coach. Perfect night from the senior kicker. Both specialists, Mullen and Sir, have done great jobs tonight. And with teams gathering at the 50, I was going to say, they're still going to play this final.
Yeah, there's going to be a
minute 51.
Probably a couple of runs, and that'll end it. I don't think Fenwick you'll see air out the ball. I think they'll run it out now with a minute to go. A lot over a minute to go.
Montgomery and Romeus back deep to return. Romeus on the near side, Montgomery on the far. Both of them set up around the 10-yard line on each of the hashes. One final time tonight, we will call Nicholas Mullen's name, barring any crazy shenanigans from this Caravan offense. Mullen sends this one towards Montgomery, fields it at the 11, steps up, blockers in front of him, has a hole across the 15-20.
Yeah, that wasn't the hole, that was a brick wall.
Yeah. Found the hole and then...
Yeah, and that closed quick. So we'll see a couple more plays likely on the ground, and...
This might be it for Jamin Williams tonight. We'll wait and see what quarterback trots out there. That will be it for Williams.
Hosty, it looks like, is in.
Frankie Hosty, the senior quarterback who was in a position battle all camp long with Williams. Hosty saw limited action last week at Bennett. 3 for 5, 45 yards, and a touchdown.
Pretty good for limited action, right?
Hosty. Pocket collapses, rolling out near side, trying to find somebody across the middle of the field. Defense gives pressure, uncorks the ball, diving inside Caravan territory. It's not going to be enough, but what a highlight grab there by Romeus. Emmett Romeus getting parallel with the ground. He's at the Caravan 45.
And the crowd woke up on that.
Hosty again, looking Romeus' way. Across the middle of the field, this time it's to Bjorson. Overthrown ball. Friars are looking for a flag. Some contact there between Bjorson and Jaden Tate, the junior cornerback, in coverage. So Jamin Williams ends his day completing under 50% of his passes, 9 for 20, 68 yards and a touchdown. Ran the ball 6 times for 22 yards.
I felt like, though, he turned around and backed up, and then the ball was overthrown. So I'm wondering if he had kept his stride.
The one shoulder was shifted towards the end zone, and then he turned and started backing up on his heels.
I'm thinking if he kept in stride, that was very likely catchable.
Now 1st and 20 for Hosty. Looking right. Steps up. In and out of the hands. Treston Smith can't hang on, but when you can see 4 different defenders out of your peripheral, your mind's not fully focused on the ball.
Yeah,
More so brace for impact.
Right, and that was a low throw. I mean, maybe if he had dove for it, maybe he could have gotten it, but just outside his reach. There's a lot of accuracy on that throw, though.
2nd and long for Hosty. High snap. Hosty across the right side now. Underthrown ball. Receiver readjusts. There's the flag.
I don't see a flag.
Flag was thrown from the back judge. Intended receiver was Jimmy O'Brien, number 23. O'Brien had overran the ball, and then as he was running back in about 3 or 4 yards, collided with the defensive back.
So not a spot foul in high school. They get their 15 yards and they get to chuck another one. Posty is incredibly accurate on those long passes. Although maybe that one was a bit underthrown.
After all the penalties, it's now 2nd and 5 as the officials all gather together at the 40. Clock is stopped at 1:04.
One's wondering if something happened to the scoreboard. So we think there's 1:04.
Hosty in shotgun. Wild snap. Is able to hang on. Pocket collapses. Steps up. Hosty still behind the line. Evades defenders. Rolling out right side. Looking for the sideline. Tip drill. Nobody can hang on. Nearly picked off by Matthew Doyle, the senior safety. Trying to find Montgomery.
Clock stops. He held that ball as long as he possibly could. Ran all the way from the left side all the way to the right side. Did not want to run with it. Finally had to throw it. Took a little bit of risk. Nobody intercepted it after all.
Now 3rd and 5. 53 seconds remaining.
So what do you think? 2 more plays and then a victory formation.
Hosty looking right. Running back picks up a blocker. Hosty across the right side. Intercepted. Trying to find O'Brien once again. That one picked off by Jackson Behrens, senior free safety. Well, the Caravan were looking for the dagger, and that will do it.
Yeah, you get the feeling if the score was 0-0 in the first quarter, Hosty never would have thrown that ball. It's limited window to throw that into and just didn't connect. So it's intercepted. Game over after 1 play here. Maybe 2 plays.
So Mount Carmel will head to victory formation with Emmett Dowling under center.
Now I want to see what this does to the rankings. We had said number 2 and number 6 played each other today. When you're at number 6 and you get beat by number 2, you would hope you don't move down too far.
Not victory formation yet. One final rush. This time it's number 30, Victor Fryer.
Yeah, they like to play to the whistle.
So Victor Fryer rushing against the Friars gets a short gain. And with the clock under 30 seconds now, we might see victory formation. We might just see the team shake hands at the 50. We got time for one more play. That's what they've decided. Still not under center.
Right.
Hand off again to Fryer. And the hole at the line of scrimmage gets filled immediately. And there's the buzzer. Zeros across the board. Mount Carmel comes to River Grove, hangs 35 Friars, and climbs now to 6-2 on the year. Still the top team in 7A. First loss at home this year, and the 6th ranked team in 6A according to the AP poll. Might drop, but against one of the toughest teams in all of Illinois, only so much you can ask for. 35-10, Mount Carmel victorious here from Triton College. Bob, lots of learning opportunities for the Friars after tonight.
Well, and they played a good team tonight, and obviously not everything went well, but they are an excellent team, right? And so they are going to take whatever happened here with them to the next couple of weeks against teams who aren't as good as this. And when you play a team like this too, you find out what they did to win. You can copy some of that stuff, and then you know where you got to be tougher. So there's going to be a lot of film study on this game. They did play well. It's just Mount Carmel is just a very, very good team.
Coming up next, Fenwick takes on the other Carmelites, Carmel Catholic, on the 25th. Meanwhile, Mount Carmel, will take on Loyola Academy. That's going to do it for this presentation of IHSA Friday Night Lights. Stick around for the postgame show. We'll have that on eventually with Andrew Diedrich. That's going to do for this presentation of Friday Night Lights. For the rest of my broadcasting crew here at Sports Broadcast Solutions and my broadcast partner tonight, Bob Vilsaway, thank you for joining us here on Sports Broadcast Solutions. I'm Sam Corbett signing off from Triton College. Mount Carmel victorious 35-10 over Fenwick.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Postgame Show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway, a 2-on-0, a shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot and a goal. So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world.
Hello, folks. Andy Diedrich down here fieldside where we just saw Fenwick take on Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel did come out with the victory, but standing next to me is Fenwick's Treston Smith. Treston, it was kind of a rough game, but you did lead off the scoring with a 35-yard touchdown early in the game. What did you like that allowed you to have that opportunity?
Pre-snap, I just looked at what the defense gave me, and I just executed my job, alignment and assignment. Backside was open, and I just went there, did my job, and caught the ball and get a touchdown.
This Mount Carmel offense has been really good all year, but Fenwick has had a really good defense, and you've been a part of it in many different ways. What allowed Mount Carmel to go ahead and have such a scoring output against such a tight defense that you guys play?
I feel like we came out, we just broke down, and we let them do whatever they want. When we came out first play of the game, we saw what happened, and we know what to do next time, and we're going to face them again next year or this year. We're ready for them.
Down here in the field, Coach kind of had a long post-game speech talking about a couple different things with you guys. Can you kind of sum up what he talked about and what's the message in the locker room going forward?
He talked about coming out, just 110% each play. Every down, every single play, just coming out. Right when we walk out, 2 by 2, just letting them know what's going on and just being sound as a team. Don't divide up and blame each other. Just be together and building each other and learn from this. It's a learning experience. We played a top 10 team in the state. We balled out with them. We just got to learn from our mistakes and do better next time.
Yeah, you guys fall to 6-2, but you were still a really good football team. You played a really good football team today. Sounds like the confidence has never been higher with you and the rest of the team. Would you say that's the case?
Yes, sir. Our confidence is always high. We never bow down. We never put our heads down. We keep them high. You know, we come out every day hard, 110% every day.
Thank you so much, Treston. Great game.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody out there watching. This has been a presentation on Sports Broadcast Solutions. See you next time.